आ गए जी, आ गए। आ गए जी, आ गए, सबदे दिल होते छा गए। हैं पाजी? हैं पाजी? की कैसी? की कियासी? पाजी, छेती छेती स्क्रीन पे आ जाओ पाजी। अरे, मैं स्क्रीन पे कहीं नहीं आ रहा हूँ बे। आ गए पाजी, स्क्रीन पे आ गए। है तो कैसन बड़ा, कैसन बड़ा मेरे प्यारे गेंशिना व्यूअर्स एंड नहीं गेंशिना नहीं बट इन जनरल भी व्यूअर्स। ओ भाई साहब, जी हाँ, हम वापस आ गए हैं। स्क्रीन पे आ गए। है तो सॉरी, 2 मिनट के लिए थोड़ी एको आई होगी। एक्चुअली क्या था, मैंने थोड़ा सा मतलब ऑडियो ऑन कर दी, वो आवाज बंद करना वहां से भूल गया। आ जाओ फिर, आज यूजुअल गेंशिन शुरू करते हैं, फिर हम यू नो देखते हैं, थोड़ा सा करते हैं मीम रिव्यू। डिपेंड करता है गेंशिन कितना टाइम लेती है, कितना टाइम नहीं लेती उस पे। आ जाओ। ओह शू 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 शू। ऐसा देखा नहीं खूबसूरत कोई जिस्म जैसे। देखो, अगर हमें नवलेट नहीं भी मिला, ठीक है, even if we do not get Navlet, Wrightsley is guaranteed. Wrightsley or Venti, which I will decide. But yeah, either of them is guaranteed. And I have half a mind to go for Venti because I don't have even a single Archon. But then again, Wrightsley is the new character. So वो भी एक चीज है. Like it's like the new character versus the character I type of character I really wanted. But then again, like अगर मेरे पास Kazuha है, so like वेंटी का कुछ अब सच में यूज है इफ आई हैव काजुहा दो, लाइक रियली इज देयर एनी यूज फॉर वेंटी नाउ? या आई मीन या ही इज गुड बट स्टिल, इज देयर एनी यूज फॉर वेंटी? बट एंड माय काजुहा इज ब्रिलियंट टू, माय काजुहा इज सुपर गुड. I'm a bit confused basically. I'm I'm too brained about this. Like should I go for the new unit or should I go for Venti? और आई कुड सेव, बट अभी हमें पता नहीं ना 4.2 में कौन कौन से आ रहे हैं. इफ राइडन शोगन इज बैक इन 4.2, बट देन अगेन मेरे पास नाइडा नहीं है, सो आई कांट डू हाइपर ब्लूम इधर, बट आई कुड डू एग्रोवेट विद लाइक कावे एंड व्हाट नॉट. बट स्टिल यार, उतना पिटी बिल्ड करना इट्स नॉट हार्ड. व्हाट इज लाइक स्टिल लेट मी शो यू, ठीक है? अरे नहीं, ये तो गलत हिस्ट्री खुल गई. नॉविस विशेष नहीं, ये वाली, ये देखो. लुक एट दिस. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 12. 5 into 12 60. I am just 15 wishes short, which is 1600 plus 800, which is 2400 primo short, and it's a pretty big number and I cannot get that much. Even if I try, I couldn't possibly get it. I mean, I could bull through some quests, story quests now if I complete novelettes today. Like literally मैं ये सब मैं bull through कर सकता हूँ, but वही बात है ना, like अबे यार, मतलब ना थोड़ा ना अभी वैसा सा टाइम चल रहा है मेरा जब लाइक सब अच्छा, मतलब सब ठीक चल रहा है. आई वोंट से अच्छा, लाइक मैंने एक शेर भी लिखा है इस पे, मैं स्ट्रीम में कभी सुनाऊंगा लास्ट, जब मीम रिव्यू शुरू करेंगे तब मैं सुनाऊंगा. बट यू नो वो वाली सी बात है कि लाइक सब ठीक है मगर अब सब ठीक होते हुए भी कुछ 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 बाकी है, किसी चीज की तो कमी है और वो चीज पता भी है। और मतलब इट्स लाइक इट्स फाइन, इट्स गुड, आई एम हैप्पी विद इट, बट something not being there is what makes me sad. And this is not dissatisfaction, this is not dissatisfaction, this is, yeah, it's hard to understand. It's not dissatisfaction. I know I know how to be satisfied. It's sometimes the lack of something you like so dearly affects you in ways, when you wanted something so dearly and you still didn't get it. It's like when the only thing that ever gave you happiness is now the cause of your pain. The realization of it is what hurts because you're probably used to pain. You're probably used to
I
pain.
never thought I'd see him here.
Oh, everyone is
Does
reacting.
anyone have a camera?
Oh yeah, हमारे साथ नवलेट है ना, so everyone is reacting to him. Nice. ओहो, handsome लौंडा देखते ही.
The weather's amazing today.
Good.
Kiara.
Kiara. Advani.
Monsieur Neuvillette! And oh, I remember! You're the Traveler and Paimon. I've heard about you.
Everyone has heard about me.
Adorable! Hey there, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for the compliment. Is there anything I can do for you?
Yep.
I
There
heard
might
from
be
Sabine
something.
that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter? Oh, right! I remember now. The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek. But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me, right?
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people recently?
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious?
एक सेकंड, मैं गाइस एक बार ना जरा आवाज का रेशियो देख लूं. Yeah, it's fine. It's good. It's goose. It's goose. It's goose. We are back. We are back. Sorry for that. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Someone who follows you from. Someone who always strikes up a conversation with you.
Did you think of something? Nope. I don't remember me.
Do you still have the letter with you? I want you to show me what it says.
Oh, let's see. Found it.
Yup. Oh, ये भाषा तो हमें आती नहीं है. ये तो
Now
हमें आता ही नहीं है.
then, get lost. If you
Acha.
don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will
Ah.
come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you. A
Oye.
simple threat.
कोई तो
Neither
नजर
the
रख रहा है हम पे.
handwriting nor the content itself reveals anything about the writer's intentions. We can't rule out that possibility. Since
Yep.
you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Mammonia to review some official documents. Kiara,
Okay,
you should
nice.
come with us. It's safer if you stay close by.
Sure. Wait, no. I still have a case to work on. I promised Alof that I'd check on her place later.
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make sure she's safe. With us around, anyone scheming to hurt Kiara can forget about it.
Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
Big Sis Paimon.
Oh,
Big Sis Paimon.
don't worry, your big sis Paimon is super strong.
All right,
Nice.
let us go our separate ways for now. Please take care,
Yes,
Kiara.
who you are.
We'll take her to a lost
You are
place
Madara.
right away.
Obviously, I know who you are, bro. You are my moderator. बन के आता है, मुझे पता चल जाता है, ठीक है?
Kiara,
हमारे
how
सामने
old are
स्मार्टनेस
you?
नहीं. मेरे सामने स्मार्टनेस नहीं. वेट, चालाकी उनसे करो, ठीक है? चालाकी उनसे करो जो खुद चालाक ना हो. हमसे सीख के हम पे ही आजमाया मत करो ये सब चीजें. चलो
But
कीरारा
I
रारा
remember coming
के
to the
पीछे
court of Fontaine
की
with
आरा
Carol
रारा
and
रा.
Neuvillette. That must have been a long
यो
time
सब
ago.
Carol? Didn't Nervala mention her just now? That was more than 400
तेरे कोई दोस्त
years
वोस्त नहीं है क्या?
ago.
सिर्फ तू ही अकेला
Why would
आता है.
Paimon be a big sister to you?
My memory isn't that good, but Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up.
दोस्तों को
than
बुला
me,
भाई, मेरी
so
ऑडियंस ग्रो
you're a
कर.
big sis.
Huh. Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that?
क्या? अरे अरे एक सेकेंड, हम यहाँ पे कुछ इन्वेस्टिंग, अच्छा बैठ सकते हैं. चल कोई ना कोई ना. ओए ओए ओए, कोई तो नजर रख. अरे ये तो शार्लेट है भाई.
Strange.
ये
Paimon
शार्लेट, आई
felt
नो
like
ये
someone was
शार्लेट है.
following us.
लाल लाल दिखा, शार्लेट है ये.
Olaf!
ये शार्लेट है
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two?
भाई. फेमस है भाई तुम्हारा, ठीक है? देख रहे
They're
हो,
the Traveler and Big
हर
Sis
लड़की
Paimon.
जानती है मुझे.
I thought
लिटरली
so.
हर लड़की जानती है
What
गेंशिन
brings
में.
you here?
एटलीस्ट कहीं तो जानती हैं लड़कियां मुझे. एटलीस्ट वी आर ऑन अ सीक्रेट
All
मिशन.
right. Guess I shouldn't have asked.
यस.
May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course. Go ahead.
I love the way how Melusines walk, like ऐसा. I love that way. अच्छा, by the way, मैं सोच रहा हूँ मैं कल से ना पोकेमॉन इंसर्जेंस या कोई पोकेमॉन की
No
गेम वो
hazards
जो
detected.
मारियो पिक्सल वाली है
Inspection.
वो स्ट्रीम करूँ, क्योंकि बहुत
Seems
टाइम हो
like
गया
the
मैंने
criminal
खेली
from
नहीं.
that case last month never set foot in here at all.
या फिर मैं CS2
That
भी
was
खेल
quick.
सकता हूँ.
What were you inspecting?
I took a look around the shop.
Huh?
Neuvillette says that us Melusines have special eyes that can see things people can't. Things
अच्छा,
like bloodstains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up, we Melusines can see the residual stains for some time. Pretty cool, huh?
Nice.
All right. Now that you're done inspecting, can we have a chat? Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month. And
ये
wanted to
देखो
hire
लड़कियों की
you
ना यही
as my
दिक्कत होती
model.
है.
Is that okay with you?
लड़कियों की यही दिक्कत होती है. इसकी दुकान में चोरी हो गई है, लेकिन नहीं, इसे अभी भी कपड़ों की पड़ी है.
Of course. Is there anything I need to do?
कपड़े
Please
पहनने
wait
की
a
जरूरत
moment
है
while I
बस.
take your measurements. The sample should be a perfect fit.
Seems like they get along really well. Huh? What are you looking at? Is there
Yep.
really someone watching us? Shh.
मैं बैक स्टैप दूंगा इसे. यस, मैं पिच्छू से जाऊंगा, उसे वॉच करूंगा, और उसके बाद फिर यस ऐसा पिच्छू से जाके मैं बैक स्टैप दूंगा. यस, CS काउंटर स्ट्राइक स्ट्रेटेजी वर्किंग. मैं जो पिच्छू है मैं उसको और पिच्छू से देखूंगा. देखा, मैंने क्या कही थी तुम्हें, मैंने क्या कही थी तुम्हें. शार्लेट है भैया, शार्लेट है. क्या कही थी मैंने तुम्हें भाई. अब तुम खुद सोचो ना, चीफ जस्टिस सड़कों पे घूम रहा है तो मीडिया कैसे नहीं आएगी. तुम खुद सोचो. तुम लोगों को ना मेरी बातों पे भरोसा नहीं है, तुम्हारी दिक्कत ये है.
Strange. Why isn't he back yet?
Gotcha! Charlotte, What are you doing here? Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But you don't seem like the type to...
Threat letter? What threat letter? This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Nouvelette and request an interview with him.
You want to interview him?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream. But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The
Yeah.
Harmonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect
इसका विजन ना
opportunity
मेरे
to
को आज
whip up
तक
an
कंफर्म नहीं हुआ.
exclusive, don't
वैसे
you
तो मेरे
think?
को पता है क्रायो है
Of
मोस्ट
course, I'll
प्रोबेबली,
make sure to turn
बट
in my
विद द रेड
manuscript
शी
within
हैज शी
3.
शुड बी अ पायरो.
I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
Yeah, it's better if we keep this a
We're
secret.
doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll put this matter aside for now. What a shame. Chances like this don't
But
come
there
by
should
very
be
often,
characters
you know.
which are strong but don't have a
Exchange.
vision.
Could you tell me what the threat letter is about? I
Like
swear
just
I
a
won't
neutral
tell.
character. You know what I mean?
Alright then.
जिस पे कोई vision ना हो but just हो.
What? Someone's targeting a cute little Melazine?
Yep.
Not so loud.
It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. Last month, in fact.
Hmm.
It was well received by our readers, so I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. This secret's safe with me.
Good.
But I gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Nouvelette's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Besides, the case involves Melazines. So, anyway, I'll get going now.
Hmm.
Well, that was a
Will
nice
she
one.
help us?
Hmm.
अरे किरारा को तो हमने अच्छा ही ए ये तो नहीं मारना चाह रही इसे. तू तो ना मारना चाह रही. ए भाई.
What do you think? The design looks pretty good, huh?
I think it's great!
Huh. It's very pretty indeed.
Haran, what are you doing here? It seems that you just showed
She's
up out of
Yelan but
nowhere.
a bit more
As I
serious.
passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Nouvelette was investigating a case with you.
अच्छा.
Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases. I happened to have some time at the moment and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
Ah, Nervalite sure is lucky to have someone like you.
Leave this to me. You should go meet up with Nouvelette.
ये outfit different है ना इसके
Then
usual
put
outfit
Kiara
से.
in your hands. Come on.
Yeah, it looks a bit different. Like literally मैं तुम्हें ना एक चीज दिखाता हूँ. ठीक है, just look at this. मोना के ये दो आउटफिट्स हैं. एक ये वाला, ठीक है, और एक ये वाला. Like literally I can't, like इतना क्या ही अंतर है. But there is one thing. इस वाले में मोना looks taller, but she isn't. रुक जाओ, मैं अगर यहाँ पे अपनी उंगली रखूँ ना, see ऐसा लगता है. You know why? Because यहाँ पे ये खत्म हो जाता है, so it shortens her height. But this is long and it continues, so it makes her seem longer, but she isn't. और किसी के कोई आउटफिट है? इसका ये आउटफिट है, but it's not unlockable. बेनेट ना. जू तुम्हारा भी है. काया का भी आउटफिट है. आई नो. परचेज्ड फ्रॉम द शॉप. सबके आउटफिट तो हैं भाई, लेकिन सबके ना फिर आउटफिट पैसे वाले हैं, और पैसे तो मेरे पास है नहीं. इसी का ही फ्री में मिला था बस. अरे मैं मीका को, बट मीका को मैं लेवल अप करके करूँगा क्या, इज माई क्वेश्चन. शी वॉज माई फर्स्ट C6. My first C6 character ever.
Yeah.
आ जाओ भाई. सच्ची सी है ये तारीफें दिल से जो मैंने करी है.
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
तू जो मिला तो
We ran into
सही
Claran.
है.
She had
That is good to hear. I
दुनिया
trust.
ये
some
मेरी
too. Well,
I've been looking over the case records,
ओ
specifically inspection reports
आसमां
submitted by
मिला
Kiara and major cases I have
ज़मीं
judged
को
over the past decade.
मेरे आगे.
I have come
Yep.
up with two plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all this step by step. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my suspicions if there is indeed a mysterious group that bears a grudge against me.
they both sound like pretty solid plans.
Yep.
But can you really finish browsing through all these documents? That's a lot of reading even for Paimon.
Don't worry. I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents. After all, I
Yep.
have several hundred years of reviewing under my belt.
We'll help you read through them. We have nothing else to do.
Thank you. I will continue looking through the ones piled up on the desk, but feel free to browse through anything else in this room.
यार यहाँ पे ना काफी ऐसी अबाउट क्या 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 एक सेकेंड ये पढ़ेंगे हम. क्या है? The defendant rightly has confessed to his crimes and was declared guilty by Eudex Novilette. Rightly will be exiled to the fortress of Merifid, where he will be serving his sentence. During the trial, Novilette remained silent for a long time. Huh. The bribery case. Okay, so rightly का crime हमें अभी तक पता चला नहीं है. Within the guards. Special security and surveillance and investigator. अच्छा. अच्छा. Okay, about the smuggling case. Okay. ओह यहाँ पे कुछ और भी होना चाहिए भाई. एक अपेंडिक्स होना चाहिए यहाँ पे भाई. अपेंडिक्स नवलेट स्पिना द रसुल्ला. अच्छा स्पिना. Class the boss was defeated in defense of his honor. Defendant did not raise any trial. Judgment in this case investigation. I love reading like
Have you
this.
made any progress?
We skimmed through some of them, but
Yeah, I
didn't
really
find
did.
anything useful. Oh, there's so many documents lying around. Just how many?
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself.
Yeah.
If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
Ooh.
That's a lot. Looks like the work of a Chief Justice isn't easy at all.
Obviously,
that might be how it
Paimon.
seems from another's perspective, but trials
Yep.
and official duties are, to me, simply routine. There
Yeah.
are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read
All right, let us take a break then.
ओह डूड अब हमें नवलेट की स्टोरी पता चलेगी क्या? क्या हो गया भाई? Awkwardness.
even though resting is a part of taking
Yeah.
a break, all the silence is making Paimon.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to
Yeah.
the Palais Mammonia for matters outside of work. To be quite honest,
Oh,
I am not
he
sure
just
what
doesn't
we
know
should
how to
do.
mingle. He's a nice guy.
Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps? You must be thirsty after all that work.
I
Drinks! Thank you!
tea. अरे लेने क्यों जा रहे हो भाई?
Paimon wonders what Novelette likes to drink.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like Diluc.
But Navlet को I know what he likes. मैंने उसकी lines पढ़ी हैं.
What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
So it's just plain old.
What did you think it was?
Yeah.
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd prefer something more sophisticated.
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated. I believe you've already tried Fonta.
Yeah.
In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water. Said water is sourced from all across Teyvat,
अच्छा.
including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chintsa Village, and Inazuma's Konda Village. Here is one of their latest products, water from Sumeru's Apam Woods.
They are all
If
just
I were to
water, aren't
comment on
they?
their
Yep.
mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart.
Oh,
The
dude.
waters of Chintsa
He's the
Village
Hydro
have a
Dragon,
poignant
okay.
touch, while one
He's
might
the
call
Hydro
the waters
Dragon.
of Konda Village placid. Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate their intricacies once you taste them carefully.
Really? Let Paimon try!
But what is the water of Fontaine like?
What do you think?
Nope.
How regrettable. It seems
Yes.
like you still have a long way to go in refining your tastes.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference. How did you do it anyway? Oh,
He's the Hydro
you're
Dragon.
the Hydro Dragon?
Yep.
We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages.
Yeah.
If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society? Sorry. Paimon was just...
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I
Yep.
wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
जैसे?
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence. In
Yep.
essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me.
Okay. We all have that question.
I lost many memories from the moment I was born. The
अच्छा.
primordial sea, for example.
Hmm.
I can only vaguely recall its connection to me, but I am unaware of what that connection is exactly.
Is there anyone who can
Perhaps the
answer?
elemental
Yep.
dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Teyvat. Abruptly visiting could very well pose an unpredictable risk.
True.
अरे लेकिन तुम तो
Some
ड्रैगन हो
have
मिलाओ.
very unique personalities, too.
I have been holding on to these
Yeah.
unanswered questions for a long time. But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others.
हाँ.
And I don't have the slightest idea what they mean. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the meaning of my existence.
I
Have you made any
see.
progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful interactions with others are few and far between. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents?
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the documents. But while we were on the topic of water a moment ago,
Yep.
another idea came to me.
Water? Do you mean...
Fountain
right.
of Lucine.
The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. It is the vessel of countless memories and emotions. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me. Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element within the fountain.
Ooh, water has memory.
Paimon think of that? Come on, let's go take a look.
Perhaps we should
ये
go.
मेरे को पता है
There
इन्होंने
shouldn't
कहाँ
be
से
too many
उठाया है.
people
They
near the
have
fountain
picked
of
this from
Lucine during
Frozen
the
2.
evening.
Yep. अरे फाउंटेन ऑफ लूसीन तो वही है ना जहाँ मैं हमेशा बलि चढ़ाता हूँ. भाई मैं बलि चढ़ाता हूँ फाउंटेन ऑफ लूसीन पे जाके पहले 5-6 चिड़ियाओं की. उसके बाद ही मैं वहां पे जो भी मेरा सबमिशन होता है वो देता हूँ. पहले 5-6 चिड़ियाओं की बलि चढ़ेगी. ठीक है. और फिर मैं फाउल उठाता भी नहीं. वो वहीं बलि चढ़ा पड़ा रहता है वो वहीं पे. चलो भाई आज हम फाउंटेन ऑफ लूसीन दोबारा जा रहे हैं. देख लूँ मेरे पास कुछ है कितना है. अब यार ये मेरे पास 33 है. मेरे को 3 और चाहिए. नहीं 2 और चाहिए. 35 हो जाएंगे. चलो कोई ना. आ जाओ भाई. बलि चढ़ाते हैं एकदम. इतनी सारी बलियां चढ़ गई. हाँ भाई मस्योर नेवलेट ही है. हमारा प्यारा नेवलेट. या यू प्रॉब्ली शुड नॉट. इफ यू वैल्यू योर लाइफ यू शुड नॉट. ये मरा क्यों नहीं भाई. मैंने क्या कहा. बलि चढ़ेगी. बलि चढ़ के रहेगी. ये देखो ये रही बलिया. ये यप.
What should we do next? Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Yep.
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
A safe distance?
Ooh.
Whoa, it's glowing!
ये तो तभी होता है जब हम इनफ सिजिल सबमिट कर देते हैं. ओके क्या हो रहा है भाई. हेलो गेम. अच्छा एज फाउंड अ वेव ऑफ डिजीनेस वॉशेस ओवर यू. ओ अबे हमें कुछ तो दिख रहा है. कटसीन. अच्छा नहीं. व्हाट जस्ट हैपेंड. यप. वेयर इज माई बहना. अरे मैं ना जंप कर सकता हूं ना मैं भाग सकता हूं. एक सेकंड. क्या मैं ऐसे पूरा फाउंटेन एक्सप्लोर कर सकता हूं. वेट्स है भाई. वेट्स है. मैं ऐसे चल सकता हूं. अबे यार एरिया लिमिटेड है. एरिया लिमिटेड है यार. अभी मैंने ऊपर मैप पे देखा. एरिया तो लिमिटेड है. उई नवलेट.
Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuville.
कैरल.
The court of Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me.
Oh, I know why Navlet brought them here. Because जो मेलुजीन्स है ना वो जो फर्स्ट ड्रैगन था. फर्स्ट हाइड्रो ड्रैगन हाइड्रोसोवन उससे बॉर्न हुई है. सो बेसिकली दीज आर नवलेट्स ब्रदर्स एंड सिस्टर्स. मतलब नवलेट के ही बच्चे हैं बेसिकली. नवलेट बी लाइक बिड़ू मेरा बच्चा है तू. समझ रहे हो मैं क्या कहना चाह रहा हूँ.
Responded to your wishes,
Yeah.
not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée Phantom. I'm certain you'll become an indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
But a
Yep.
meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It's definitely the safest
और ये
to just stay
500
in the village.
200-300 साल की पहली
I want
बात
to
है.
see the outside world nonetheless. In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence, or what I'm capable of contributing to this world. For almost 20 years,
Yep.
we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
I understand your confusion.
The
In
inevitable
fact, I
need
feel
to
the
grow.
same way. I
Yep.
too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did? The truth
Navlet
is,
really didn't
many
fit
people
in.
threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village.
What?
It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head. And I tried really hard not to cry.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist.
I would kill whoever
It
did
will
that.
be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome. Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat. There aren't many
Oh my
suggestions
god.
I can share, because just
Who
like
can
you, I
hate a
haven't fully
Melusine, dude?
integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Oh, I see. Let's all do our best then. I'm
Yep.
confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
कुछ लोग होते हैं. यार पत्थर फेंके मेलुसिन्स पे. छी. भाई मैं तो कत्ल कर दूं ऐसे लोगों का. Like see, but this is the reason. Like फालतू में लोग ना मतलब like literally you sometimes ना people harm the people who have the brightest smiles. ठीक है? It always happens to the nicest people. The nicest people get hurt the most. That's a sad truth, but that is true. You know, like literally. And this is on the early stages. Like बाद में जाके obviously the nice people are very highly कहते ना rewarded for them being nice. But like in early stages, you know, it takes a lot of effort to remain nice in early stages. Because nice people don't really have much niceness around them except for themselves. That's the problem with nice people. With bad people, they are already bad. Well, not bad people, just people like them, mean people. Or people who are just, you know, lost. It's sad, but it is what it is. Like, you have to play with the cards you're dealt.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh,
Carol was one of the first Melusines ever, right? Yeah.
hello. I'm Carol, a Melusine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards.
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard to say.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters.
Monsters?
Haven't you realized? Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Nervilat allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him. We joined the Mare Chaussee Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Nervilet in cahoots with you? You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know. So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melusines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently?
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Vautrin? Oh.
Aside from spreading unjustified
Yep.
rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Mare Chaussee Phantom,
Yep.
the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation. There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy. and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melusines being involved.
He's a nice
Even the
guy.
captain of the security patrol is on their side. Nervilet's newly reformed police force is already
See,
corrupt
these are
to the
bad people.
core.
These are bad people. And Vautrin is the guy. Vautrin and Carol, they are the good people. So that's the problem. Good people do not get good done with them.
How can two completely
In
different
the early
species
stages.
possibly coexist?
Yeah, so just die, I guess. Worthless
that?
anyway.
Yeah. I don't understand. Why won't anyone believe us?
That's just how the
There
world works.
have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently
Idiots
bring
believe
danger to
in
those
idiotism,
around
and we cannot change that. Even though, it doesn't matter how much an idiot matters to you. An idiot would never know it. You would still do the idiotic things. You'd eventually get hurt, and it's not even the idiot's fault because the idiot's the idiot. You know what I mean? If you get what I mean, the idiot is the idiot, and there is no saving that.
you. There are countless negative rumors about
He's
you
doing
floating
what he's
around
meant
in
to do.
Fontaine. It's near impossible
got
for
hurt.
you to become a part of this society.
Even that's not so. It's like nobody is at fault
Best
here,
if you
but
give
still,
up before it's
you
too
got
late.
hurt.
Monsieur Nervalet said that we needed
But then
to
again,
put
you're
both
good. You
time
can't even
and
give fault
effort
to
in.
anyone.
I don't know how long it'll take, but
Because
I
good
can at
people
least try making my best effort.
never, ever, ever, ever share their pain.
I still want to try a little harder.
Yep.
Thank you for bailing me out earlier. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time.
Yep.
I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away, right?
We'll hand them out together. The faster we
See?
get this done, the sooner we can head back.
So Vautrin is a good man. Okay, I cannot run though still. I'll do this. This makes me faster, I guess. In my brain it does. Because it gives me a bit of a jump, I guess. That's why. Okay, it's Vautrin, Navlet. Yeah, Cutlet. Can I climb this? So will I die if I jump from this? Okay, I can't go much far. Wait. If you look at this, the ley line thing is not activated. So what it means, and the ley line thing is only really, it's not even like growing red or something. It's just not there. So it means the ley line thingies, they are before all of this. They are before the second throne something. Before even Navlet. It's very old. Because only we know how to use it.
What's this?
Medals of Peace,
Yep.
awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melusines gain the trust of humans.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melusines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
Don't keep your hopes up.
Yep.
You've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
Ah,
You
the pessimistic
blockhead.
optimist.
Don't ruin the mood.
Vautrin brings up a good point.
Yep.
The
Humans.
trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile.
Yep.
Any small incident could undermine the hard work
Yep.
you've put in.
Humans are just not meant to be trusted in any way. I'm just saying. Give everything you got to someone and he'll give back everything. Doubled but worse. मैं क्यों ज्ञान देने क्यों लग जाता मैं अपने दुखड़े रोने लग जाता बट देन अगेन यही तो काम भी है ना यही तो इसलिए तो मैं आता
Please
भी
be
हूँ
on
अपने
your
दुखड़े
guard
रोने
for the next few days.
यप
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
वो कुछ तो होने वाला है यार कैरल के साथ मैं चीर फाड़ दूंगा मैं कसम से चीर फाड़ दूंगा इन लोगों को
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Nervalette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally. There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. Unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine.
I would have destroyed
So
Fontaine
quit
at this
worrying and
moment.
just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melazines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Nervilette will be left with no excuse.
I guess you're right.
Yep.
Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this. But he's forced our hand. Time to teach him a lesson.
लेकिन एक सेकंड हुआ क्या है? What happened though?
Turn the murderer in!
What happened though?
Melazines can't be trusted! That goes for Nervalette too!
Okay, sounds like hard times.
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back.
If I were Navlet, okay, look, justice is fine. See, there's a point where you care about the legal justice, okay, when you have to be politically, diplomatically, you have to be correct. But at times like this, nope, doesn't matter. Just destroy it all.
The results of the investigation are in.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but
Yep.
reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform. They tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her.
Yep.
After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Nervilette confess to his mistakes and yield up power. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carroll chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
Ah, no.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carroll might have thought there was no better plan.
That is indeed...
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to...
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young. She's just like Carol in every
Yep.
possible way. Innocent, kind.
See, that's the problem.
Always believing the best of people.
That's the problem.
People like her are the most vulnerable to deception and betrayal.
Yep.
From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead.
Yep.
Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Nervilette.
Yep, they don't.
They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along. Can you understand how I feel? Right
Yep.
now, there's only one thought on my mind. Only through bloodshed can their debt
Do
be
it.
repaid.
I'm with you.
Understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Nervilette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
I don't care.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret.
Yep.
Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this has nothing to do with any of you. I will take responsibility for everything.
Good. 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 That was correct. I'm not gonna sound like a criminal, but I really do support that. That was correct. 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 Kill them, kill their families, kill everyone.
Did you
They don't
know?
deserve.
They're hearing a major
Yep.
case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
I'm thinking... we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Yep.
Bail him out?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Nervilette's most trusted subordinates.
Yep.
After everything that happened to Carol, Nervilette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Nervilette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Nervilette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
But Navlet won't, right? Because that the oratories won't guarantee it.
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds. Please, think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did?
Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent!
He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice.
Vautrin is the real Batman.
I understand your decision.
Yep.
Which is why I cannot help but feel
और बारिश होने लगी.
even grief about the judgment I must now impose. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law.
Doesn't matter,
Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
But
That can't
the
be.
oratories declared him
Monsieur
innocent.
Neuvillette, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve
Yep.
this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off? Is this what justice means to you?
Ooh, I know. Rightly did something similar. Rightly took revenge for something that was so obvious, and that is why he got jailed. Because rightly का भी एक dialogue है. Is this what justice means to you?
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the oratories will now deliver the final verdict regarding the
But
charges
now he is
against
innocent.
Mr. Vautrin.
As the oratories declared child guilty, the oratories will declare him innocent.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared.
कुछ तो गड़बड़, कुछ तो खता हो रही है.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully...
कुछ तो हो रहा है भाई साहब. कुछ तो सिस्टम बिगड़ रहा है. मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा क्या.
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but
Yep.
it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over due to my negligence. The overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well.
Wow. The Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon.
Obviously, Paimon. He's the Hydro Dragon.
The last time we came here, the
Not
traveler
Furina,
only
the
heard
idiot.
voices from the Fountain of Lucine.
Yep.
No emotions boiling over or anything.
It is as you said. This might be because I am different. It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
It rains when you cry.
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always
Yep.
chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience. Which ones?
Yep.
It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. that does not mean I am deliberately hiding them. It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form. You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar.
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying. Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating
Yep.
the fountain, I discovered something strange.
Also, we weren't seeing like the fountain, but we were seeing Navlet's
I did not
memories.
sense too much hatred
Yep.
towards me within its accumulated emotions. However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. If I remember correctly, it seemed to be related to a smuggling case. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here.
Oh, didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
You've
Yes.
read about it. In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing here?
Ooh, the
was just
pyro
about to look
catalyst.
for you at the
No,
Palais
she's the
Nermonia.
pyro claymore guy. She's pyro claymore. She's a claymore person, I can tell. She's not catalyst, she's claymore.
See you again. Is there something
Nadia.
I can help with?
Navia.
I've heard
Navia.
some things.
Hey, Navia,
I'm
kaisa
not
la?
purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry. Rumors
Yep.
are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case. So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the traveler
Yeah.
from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you. You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long, but the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
They do, they do.
You know, it could be because you attract more attention than you think. Anyway,
I mean, he is
any
the Chief
progress with the
Justice.
investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Nermonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Neverlet, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any.
That rightly
As
is
a
also
matter
the
of fact,
first cryo
once the word gets out,
catalyst.
no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight. What is
Yep.
more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines. I hope the same won't happen again. Let us head back to the Palais.
But I could also use him on my Melt team. Like, he could be good with, like, Zhangling and Kazuha. Like, Melt does more
Strange.
damage than
What
Vaporize.
are these people doing out on the streets so late at night?
Because you have the
Let's take a look around.
Chief Justice around you.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melusine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
What? That's it! Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
Are.
The guards
Hunter.
have already begun to take
Bus.
action. We can't just stand by and watch.
Bus.
Think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can we just
But
sit
it is
back
a
and
good
do
thing.
nothing?
It's a good thing. I really do like it.
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from
Yep.
now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
I just love how they are taking care of Melusines. It's good now.
It feels
See,
like
as I
they've been
said,
following me this whole time. Did something happen?
this is what I said. Good people eventually have a lot of good around them, but initially it's very painful.
Nope. We just finished
Yep.
our
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Come
Yep.
on. Don't act tough.
All right.
You shouldn't ever skip meals, especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
It's all everyone's taking care of their Melusine friends.
Let's keeping an eye on the situation.
Yep.
This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Nervilette wasn't involved?
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now.
Yep.
If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you cowards!
Have you heard? Even the special patrol came to help.
Shh, look. Is it that Nervilette? I think he's looking at us.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
Yep.
This is truly wonderful.
Now let's all emotional. He's like the grandpa जिसकी family बहुत time बाद झगड़ा हो गया, but अब बहुत time बाद सब वापस आ गए and it's all lovey-dovey again. He's like that old person. He's like, finally मेरे बच्चे सुधर गए. And I just love it.
No,
I just love
stay
it.
where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion. Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia.
Yes, Palais Mermonia. कहाँ है Palais Mermonia? अरे कौन है ये? आज 2 घंटे की कर लेते हैं चलो. आज मैं अच्छे मूड में आ गया हूँ. मेरा मूड खराब था बट अब मेरा मूड अच्छा होगा. आ जाओ चलो. अच्छा, look for the suspicious. Okay. About the smuggling case.
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. This is the one.
Yep. Yes, it is. Navlette.
The list of involved suspects should be...
What does it
Principal
say?
offenders Domenico, Inica, Yuna, and others have been caught. They have
Yep.
been sent to the fortress of Meropide following trial. Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders but who did not participate in the case will not stand trial. Among
Jesse?
them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
So many names. Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves around without much restriction.
Should we tell Navi about this?
Someone claiming to be from the Spina de Rasula just checked in with us. He said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe."
Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
That's
too
Spina
am
de Rasula
perplexed.
for you.
The cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a...
But I just love the fact how Navlette's like the old, बुड्ढा जिसकी फैमिली फाइनली अब कहते हैं ना इतने ड्रामे के बाद अब साथ आ गई है एंड ही इज लाइक मेरे बच्चे अभी एक साथ रहेंगे. Getting what I'm saying, and I just love the fact that he's acting like the old grandpa. I do.
I have to keep an eye on the deployment of guards at all times.
है नाविया जमीन में कैसे? अच्छा मेरे को लगा मैं अंडरग्राउंड जाना पड़ेगा. नहीं ये थोड़ा कैसल थोड़ा ज्यादा ऊपर है. मेरे को सच में लगा, मेरे को लगा इतना नीचे कैसे जाएंगे हम, मतलब टनल वनल से नहीं। ना 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 ना। ओ लास्ट मिनट पे, अरे यार कौन है सस्पेक्ट? एसीएम बोरा। Isn't she too flashy to be a spy, I mean?
Hey, Navia, we're here!
And we also have the Chief Justice with us.
People! Hey there, are you Navia's friends too?
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Marechaussee Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Cendre, but I sent for someone to invite them over.
Invite them over?
Exactly. Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of the Spina di Rosula.
I've wanted to have a meetup like this for ages.
Something feels off, but...
Yep.
Oh well, let's get back to business. Is there anyone called Essan here?
Yes, that's me.
See, he's obviously scared.
Essa?
Yes, monsieur, Nervy.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
Oh, he has the... He's not gonna let this off the hook now.
I did, but I was just following orders.
Orders from whom?
Yes.
He was
Tell
my
him
boss.
he will
I
kill
couldn't
you.
disobey his orders.
Now Lovelets is like, अब मेरी family वापस आ गई है, ठीक है, और अब इसे बचाने के लिए मैं कुछ भी करूँगा.
Domenico, where is he now?
He's basically Tigers in that.
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking into that place. Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
You've done more than enough. I am extremely grateful for your help.
Leave the
Oh, we are
formalities
getting
for later.
Wrightsley.
You should find Domenico first. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy.
Yep.
Alright then, let's head to the...
अच्छा ये क्या है? Note involvement in other... Continue current quest. ये तो खत्म ही होने वाला है भाई, इसमें क्या दिक्कत है? ये इस वाले की बात कर रहे हैं अनफिनिश्ड कॉमेडी, बट ये तो खत्म ही होने वाला है. और देखो गाइस, अब कल से हम फिर मैं थोड़ा माइनक्राफ्ट खेलने की सोच रहा हूँ कि बहुत टाइम हो गया. माइनक्राफ्ट या कोई और गेम.
It's Monsieur Nervalet.
Wrightsley, Bellota. नहीं, शेर.
Welcome to the Fortress of Meripede, dear esteemed guests.
We're back! Oh, and a greeting from none
Yep.
other than the Duke himself. Guess we made a name for ourselves at this place.
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase.
Yep.
I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Who does this guy think he is? Hyman hopes nothing came of it.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melazines, is he? To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag.
Yep.
Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
Nope.
He's got the same concerns we do.
I am concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered.
That's an easy one.
It couldn't be Mothran.
I think he's at.
It couldn't be, because that's just too... That's... Dominic wouldn't be alive. He is not a dragon.
Did I hear someone say Melazine? What happened? Sigeween!
She... when... Like, I like Sigeween, but just imagining how she must have came into existence is what bothers me.
Kiara gonna be okay?
There's no need to worry.
Yep.
Clarand is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal?
Wrightsley.
Oh, he knows. he had killed someone. That's why he's in there. He's the same as both Ran.
Okay, I get it.
Yep.
I'll bring Domenico to you. That's your only demand, correct?
He's like he's like दादाजी का younger friend. मतलब जो like उनसे एक generation छोटा है, but he knows how to get the work done. But you know जवान खून तो थोड़ा anger ऐसा.
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. I urge you to set aside any concerns. Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Oh, if Paimon were you here, Grace, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something really important.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuvillette would reject that. But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Please come with me to the infirmary.
Arey.
Watch your step. There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
कहाँ है ये रहा. मैं गलत जगह टेलीपोर्ट कर लेता. एक तो भाई ये बड़ी दिक्कत है यार मेरो फीड की ना, समझ नहीं आता कहाँ टेलीपोर्ट करें कहाँ टेलीपोर्ट ना करें.
Did Neuvillette just walk by?
Now that I think
Yeah.
about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything to drink? Paimon's not that thirsty. Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that. I'll bring you some tea. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about.
Tea. I think Wrightsley is a tea. He's not a teetotaler. He's a
As always.
tea onlyer. He only drinks tea. He doesn't even drink water. The criminals we passed by
I
earlier.
noticed them too.
Yeah.
The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
I didn't see it.
Paimon didn't even. But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
That's not a bad idea.
Yep.
I will stay here and wait.
मैंने तो देखे भी नहीं भाई. मेरे को देखना है नवलेट क्या करता है. I just want to see नवलेट क्या करता है. I'm just gonna hide here. ठीक है. I'm gonna see what does. So he just stands here. If he comes back and he changes his position, please tell me. No, he's just standing there. He walked. Wait, मेरे को यहाँ पे क्या है? Investigate. Something here. What is it? It is apprentice's notes. It's a. It's a weapon. No, still standing. I was just buying time. बैच ये बैच इसने पहना है. हाँ इन्होंने कुछ ऐसा ब्लू सा पहना है. गुर्दे. The badge you are wearing.
This?
Yep.
Are you interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network?
What's that?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago.
What started this?
We have never had many members throughout our history,
Yep.
nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone treats each other like family. Helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings as much as possible.
Sounds
Yes.
like a pretty neat
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress, but people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
Basically, boy band. Yes, it's a boy band.
Interested in joining the Mutual Aid?
Cringe.
Would you like to learn more?
क्या है? Do not detest just judgment. Do all you can to further justice. Help each other. अच्छा.
Our slogan may have evolved. Here, this book is for.
What about you, Oriel?
You to look. It's the symbol of the. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though.
Medal
The
Peace.
first president of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, he never used his strength against anyone. He encouraged the weaker criminals to stick together and look out for each other. All of us have a lot of respect for him.
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvillette.
Okay, so this is the maximum zoom I get. Okay, nice. मेरा FOV I don't think और बड़ा हो सकता है और Genshin में Now I am confused. क्या Genshin में first person होना चाहिए? No. क्या Genshin में PvP होना चाहिए? Absolutely no. No. Genshin का PvP is just you being freezed all the time. The cards. He moved. He moved.
Did you manage to gather any intel?
The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen it?
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded to Carol and Vautrin. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should belong to Vautrin.
Oh. So the network was inspired by... Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found Domenico.
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this situation.
एक सेकंड गाइस एक मैं मैसेज भेज रहा हूँ रुक जाओ आ जाओ भाई हमारी पॉसिबली हमारा जो 5 स्टार होगा 4.1 अपडेट का लाइक लिटरली मेरे को हर अपडेट में ना चारों 5 स्टार में से एक चुनना पड़ता है बिकॉज दैट्स द ओनली वन आई कैन गेट आई कैन नेवर गेट बोथ द 5 स्टार इन एन अपडेट इट्स जस्ट नॉट पॉसिबल फॉर मी आई जस्ट नेवर गेट दैट I don't have the privilege yet but I will when I go P2P because when I go P2P buddy I'll have every unit maxed out useful or not
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico. Why don't you explain?
Domenico.
Neuvillette?
Neuvillette?
What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Hassan has already confessed.
Yep.
So there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct? Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation.
Yep.
The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Marechaussee Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melazines? Over that?
You're
My
hopeless.
initial target was Nervilette.
Yep.
Everyone in the fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against them, right? If I could get them to strike back. But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me.
Yeah.
That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melazines to salvage things. I recall that Kiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection. So I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Kiara and force it to resign from the Marechaussee Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Yes.
Yes.
That's all I know.
Sigewinne, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later. So, Monsieur Nervilette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melazines to stir up greater chaos?
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society.
He knows.
But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing. I trust that they would make different choices from before.
That's right! We saw
Yeah.
lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Monsieur Nervilette, the Melazines are a species you
Yep.
introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you. When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice. For almost 500 years, you conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on. People no longer have any reservations about you, and even consider you a symbol of the law. Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually
So he's an
transformed
outsider
the
no
whole
more.
nation.
He's not an outsider anymore. Yeah.
I wanted to join forces with Domenico.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties. It isn't anything special.
He's shy. He's getting shy. He's totally the grandpa जिसकी family वापस आ गई है.
It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard.
Yeah.
The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not?
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me. The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
Ah, I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memoria's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things
That
a
would
lot
be
easier.
Wrightsley's story.
Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk. I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
I see no issues with that.
Great! That's one thing out of the way.
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity.
Mhm.
Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network. Is that right?
Yep. Nevertheless thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the Fortress of Meripede.
Mm.
They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression. In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
What?
Doesn't he hate
During
Nevelek?
his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment.
But they were
I
friends,
believe he had
dude.
every right to feel that way.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
An act?
Yeah, it's because he wanted Nevelet to sentence him. Oh, it's... See, good people. Good people. He just didn't want to stay up in the world. You know? He had it with... He lost his sister. He lost his another sister. Now he has nothing left up there. Chalo.
Nevelet and Vautrin had a
Yep.
close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment.
Yes.
Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice. And to those who had
Oh,
been
see,
sitting on
good
the
people.
fence,
Yep.
Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one. That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say? Now's your chance.
I don't have anything to say. Apart from expressing my gratitude, that is. Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off.
Well. यहाँ पे ऐसा गर्मी नहीं हो जाती. Like, I know इतना बड़ा पंखा चल रहा है पीछे, but still, गर्मी नहीं हो जाती. Okay.
That trial is something I
Yep.
rarely bring up in conversation, but
Are we catching
I
up to
always
him?
felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin.
Okay, we
The
are.
words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
Yep.
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret.
Realization,
But this
Navlet.
blend of
Realization.
emotions has led me to finally understand some things.
What?
I would like to hear your thoughts too. What do you think of me?
What do I think of you? You're a nice guy.
With everything Risley said.
Yep.
As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an hey, any
What I really think is
Traveler ki
every trial
आवाज.
you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
Yes. Yes, Navlet is more than just being the Chief Justice. Yeah. But so much time has passed since then, perhaps the lines between... Yep.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption.
Navlet की आंखें
As
थोड़ी
I said,
dark
I
हो गई
find
हैं.
it
Maybe because he's
difficult to
emotional.
express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust
Nobody
your
can.
judgment.
I mean,
Since some time ago, I
Many
have
time.
begun to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person.
Yep.
These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result.
see,
of
his eyes
time
are lighter
itself.
now.
I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
No need, buddy. No need.
It's
Oh, it's raining. Is the Hydra Dragon crying?
to bring an umbrella. Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder.
It's because his emotions are perplexed. I get it. A drop fell on him. It's an old memory.
Again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Him being sad makes everyone sad.
Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
The line. Yes. Yeah, the line. Oh, it's
They're
Votra.
planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
Oh, he's seeing memories in the rain.
The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
Oh. He's seeing everyone's memories.
He owes me so many answers.
Nervillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
But he doesn't bother it as long.
Completely different
Yep.
species possibly coexist.
But now,
Threatening Melusines.
yes.
Show yourself.
See, he's getting happy. He's like, the world has changed. I'm a part of this
You will
place
see
now.
much in the human world, from the delightful
Ooh.
to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long
Yep.
enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette. The rainy season's almost over. The skies are supposed to clear in a few
Yep.
days.
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Navlet's friends. Oh no, his eyes are just like that. Okay. Light on the inside, dark on the outside. Oh, he cleared the weather. Or is he truly happy now? Can I get Navlet now, please? That's my biggest concern. I want Navlet. He's the first guy I liked. You have friends, buddy. You have friends. You have people to watch your back.
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter.
अच्छा इतने सारे shiny लोगों में guess who's the main character? This guy. He looks like he's the MC, but he's the MC.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
Yep.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
Yes.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Mermonia. More than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger. I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy. So I asked her to stay inside the Palais. It's very safe in there.
What's this machine? This machine must have got to do something with the story quest. It's too just in there in the place.
Finally settled.
Yep.
To celebrate this joyous occasion, Monsieur Nouvelette, would you be interested in an exclusive interview?
And one more thing. The last voice that came that said, after you have spent a long time in the human society dwelling, it sounded like Furina, but it isn't Furina. Because there were 3 Hydro Archons at the same time. And Furina is just the weakest of them, I guess.
That's not how you celebrate.
I will
Yep.
consider it.
Real?
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days.
Yep.
And I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Yes! Thank you so much!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the
Yep.
Palais and issue a communique to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
Ah, finally it's done. Yeah, return to Palais Memorial. Oh, भाई साहब. उफ. उफ, मेरे दिल में थोड़ी खाली सी जगह थी. उफ, तूने आए बिन बताए वो जगह ली. चल मैंने भी पुलिस को कॉल कर दिया है. आ जाओ ब्राता, आ जाओ. Talk to Kira ra 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 ra. कहाँ है Kira ra 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 ra? आ ra 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 ra. कियारा अडवाणी कहाँ है? हाँ, सो रही है ये तो. मेलुजीन्स खड़े खड़े सोती हैं.
Kiara?
Yep.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter.
Thank you, Monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now.
Wait, is that how long Melusines live?
Where's she gone, by the way?
Yep.
I haven't seen her in a long time.
Melusines live up to stupid 400 years.
In my dream, she looked really happy.
Yep.
She held my hand and said, Kiara, our dreams have finally come true.
Must be her soul.
I don't remember what our dreams
Yep.
were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful moment.
Monsieur Neuville. Oh, I almost forgot. Am I allowed to go out now? I promised to model for Alov.
Of course.
See you next time, Monsieur. Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
See you next time.
Ah, now let's happy. I love it. I love it when characters who are usually sad become happy. Like Diluc. But then Diluc's grumpy, he's not sad. Nuvlet's usually sad. Oh, bhai, finally. Finally. How many primos do we have? चलो भाई अब जो भी है जैसा भी है कोई ना यार राइट्सली कर लेंगे बट बाकी ग्राइंड तो मैं करूँगा ही ग्राइंड तो ऐसी बात नहीं है ग्राइंड इज लाइफ तो फिर गाइस चलो एक मीम वीडियो देखिए कर दें फिर और दे बाद फिर डिसाइड कर दें की करना सी चलो पाजी
हे दोस्तों क्या हाल चाल आज मैं आपके
की अरे नहीं कहाँ है क्रोम? यप, परफेक्ट फिट। एक तो मैं ना आजकल अपना क्रोम विंडो छेड़ता भी नहीं हूँ, लाइक साइज उसका, तो जैसे ही मैं खोलता हूँ वैसे ही वो सेट हो जाता है एकदम परफेक्टली। तो ये एक बड़ी अच्छी बात है। थोड़ा सा हल्का सा नीचे कर लूँ, मेरा चेहरा थोड़ा और दिखेगा। दैट अबाउट सीम्स राइट। मेरे को एक सेकंड रुक जाओ, मेरे को ये ना सिर्फ इसमें डालना है, नहीं जाएगा ना ऐसे, पता है मुझे नहीं जाएगा। इतनी सी जगह चाहिए बस। या दिस इज अबाउट राइट। आज यू गाइस
जो व्हाइट फ्रॉक डाला और मैंगो शेक गिर जाए ना तो फ्रॉक धो के आनी चाहिए।
और डफर, मैंगो ऑरेंज होता है, ये येलो है।
वाह मैंगो ऑरेंज होता है, ये येलो है। मैंगो थोड़ा सा स्लाइटली ऑरेंज होता है, आई नो, बट अगर मैंगो शेक बनाओ तो येलो ही आता है। लाइक जो थोड़े ज्यादा राइप हो जाते हैं ना मैंगोज, राइप वाले, और जो हाँ मतलब जो बेसिकली थोड़े ज्यादा राइप हो जाते हैं वो हल्के से ऑरेंजिश की तरफ जाते हैं, बट दे आर नॉट ऑरेंज। आलिया भट्ट, विमेन विमेन, मैं ऐसे कहना नहीं चाहिए बट चलो कोई ना, कह ही देते, क्या जा रहा है। ओके हाँ,
आप क्या करते हैं?
जी हम इवेंट डिजाइनर और इवेंट प्लानर।
ओ टेंट वाले, सॉरी
टेंट वाले event, this is literally science people to arts and commerce people. This is literally it. This is literally science people to any stream except for science. अच्छा अच्छा, टेंट वाले, ओके ओके ओके, मुंशी है मुंशी। ऐसा करना नहीं चाहिए, बट सी ओवर सिंप्लीफिकेशन ऑफ थिंग्स बिकम्स फनी।
मैं ना एक चैनल पे शो करता था, मैंने कहा आप
हाँ।
हमारे शो पे आइए। कौन सा शो है इससे? बोलते उस चैनल हमारा की है।
अंबानी ऑब्वियसली ऐसे किसी भी चैनल पे ऐसे नहीं जा सकता अगर उसका चैनल ना हो।
टीचर है टीचर, वो भी सरकार।
खान सर इन पैरेलल यूनिवर्स।
नहीं ऐसा नहीं होता है। टीचर ऐसे शादी, पूरा दहेज हमको चाहिए। 7 लाख पर तय हुआ था। 7 लाख।
दुल्हन is just not interested in whatever he is saying.
तो शादी नहीं करेंगे।
तो मत कर। ये ऐसे 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 इंसान को ना दुल्हन दो ना पैसे दो, बस पिछवाड़े पे लाद दो ऐसे आदमी की, बस एक।
ऐसे ही टीचर नहीं बने, बहुत खर्चा किए, बहुत दिए हैं, उसके बाद ये जगह हमको प्राप्त हुआ है, क्या समझे? हाँ, देने के बाद
दुल्हन भी गई, दुल्हन भी गई, सही है। ओ ये एक सेकंड, ये क्या कुरामा की सील बनी हुई है? वेट, नहीं, अच्छा नहीं, कुछ मंत्र लिखे हुए हैं शायद।
अरे बाप रे, टेक्स्टबुक को पूरे दुपट्टे में जेरॉक्स मार दिया।
ओह मेरा देश बदल रहा है, आगे बढ़। रुक जाओ रुक जाओ रुक जाओ रुक जाओ। मेरा देश मेरा देश मेरा देश मेरा देश बदल रहा है, आगे बढ़ रहा है। दिस वॉज लिटरली दैट। मेरा देश बदल रहा है, आगे बढ़ रहा है। क्या व्हेन यू मीट योर ऑनलाइन जीएफ फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम,
यकीन जानिए
हाँ,
कयामत से पहले कयामत याद दिला दें।
अरे ईशान अली भाई,
तो आपकी जिंदगी में अभी कयामत आ जाएगी।
ओ भाई
है तो आने दो,
आने दो।
पहली बार आका के मुंह से किसी खातून की तारीफ सुनी है।
मी व्हेन आई ट्रबल माय टीचर्स, कयामत आती है तो आने दो। मी बिफोर माय एग्जाम्स, अरे फेल होते हैं तो होने दो।
देखो
और अमिताभ बच्चन निकला भाई अंदर से। ओ भाई, वो टपली मार दी। Did you see this? Did you see this? ये देखना, ये देखना, जस्ट सी दिस, खींच लिया उसे। भूत की पिक्चरों में होता है ना, ऐसे जस्ट पकड़ के बस ऐसा खींच लिया भाई, नो मर्सी नो रिमोर्स, जस्ट खींच लिया। नाइस।
My current favorite cricketer in the world is Ben Stokes.
बेन स्टोक्स से तो विराट भाई का इतना पुराना नाता है ना, और इतना घनिष्ठ नाता है, हम क्या ही बताएं। हर बॉल पे याद करते हैं विराट भाई बेन स्टोक्स को। तेरे लिए टाइम कट के करदा मैं प्रॉमिस मिलन आऊंगा, मैनू पता है तू फैन सलमान खान दी, मैं सुनाऊंगा। भाई लिटरली मैं टेस्ट में बैठता हूँ ना, मेरे दिमाग में मीम चल रहे होते हैं रादर देन ऑल दिस, जो कि नहीं चल रहे चाहिए।
ये हमारे तीनों भाई आए हैं
हाँ।
आईफोन बनवाने।
अच्छा एक
बना के
पोको का
देते हैं
है।
जी।
अरे ये फोन भी तो इतने अच्छे, क्या दिक्कत है?
तीनों फोन बन के रेडी है। 14 प्रो मैक्स 4.5 लाख का फोन तैयार हो गया। लो भाई।
ये इसने चश्मा लगा लिया। एक सेकेंड, रुको पीछे, अरे नहीं ज्यादा पीछे हो गया।
ये हमारे तीनों
इसने चश्मा लगाया हुआ, ये पीछे खड़ा है और ये यहाँ
भाई आए हैं आईफोन बनवाने, बना के देते हैं जी हमको। आएगा तीनों फोन बन के रेडी है। 14 प्रो मैक्स 4.5
एक सेकेंड
4 लाख का फोन तैयार हो गया।
ये क्यों ले रहा है? ये तो पीछे खड़ा था ना।
लो भाई।
अच्छा नहीं, अच्छा वो बस खड़ा है, अभी भी खड़ा है।
जरा डायलॉग बोलकर बताओ। अगर तुम
हाँ।
मुझे ना मिले तो मैं मर जाऊंगी।
अगर तुम मुझे ना मिले तो मैं मर जाऊंगी।
अगर वो तुझे मिल गया फिर भी मर जाएगी, बता दे।
ऑब्वियसली भाई, ही इज खली, ही इज द ग्रेट खली। वो मिले ना मिले, मौत कंफर्म है।
जी सर।
हाँ।
इस नीति के लागू होने से क्या-क्या बदलाव आएंगे?
बदलाव का सबसे पहला जो सुधार शुरू होता है वो एक शिक्षक के रूप में शुरू होता है। अगर शिक्षक ही सबसे बड़ा मोटिवेटर होता है सर।
मुझे ज्ञान मत दीजिए।
ये पता है क्या है? इफ माई इंग्लिश टीचर मेट द राइटर ऑफ द पोयम, मतलब राइटर ने इतना सोचा भी नहीं होगा, ठीक है, कि पोयम का मेरा ये मतलब निकल सकता है। उसने कोई बहुत सिंपल चीज पे पोयम बना दी होगी, एक सिंपल स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड इमोशन, उसमें पता नहीं टीचर क्या क्या एलिट्रेशन। अरे भाई लिखने का उसके जो मन में आया उसने लिख दिया। आई डोंट गेट इट। तुम इंग्लिश में पोयम स्टडी कैसे, हाउ कैन यू इवन स्टडी लिटरेचर, हाउ कैन यू मेक अ साइंस आउट ऑफ इट? आई डोंट गेट इट। Isn't it open to just everyone's interpretation? Isn't that the beauty of it? But no, you just have to make it dirt like the ugly thing it is. इतनी अच्छी चीज है यार, स्टोरीज, पोएट्री, मतलब फालतू में कॉम्प्लिकेट करते हो। पोएट्री इज मेंट टू बी सिंपल, ओके? पोएट्री इज मेंट टू बी अंडरस्टूड पर्सनली। इतनी कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी नहीं होनी चाहिए उसमें।
I'll speak to her tomorrow. Hi पापा।
कौन था ये?
कॉलेज का फ्रेंड
अर्जुन। अच्छा, हरिओम हरिओम हरिओम।
See you, bye. Hi पापा।
कौन था ये?
अरे वो करण, मेरे ऑफिस का दोस्त है।
क्या बेटा, ये हमेशा करण अर्जुन यही आते हैं, कभी राखी को भी लाया क्या?
राखी नहीं आएगी भाई, राखी नहीं आएगी। राखी छोड़ो यार, आई डोंट वांट टू क्रैक एनी राखी साउंड जोक्स। अंकल हैज हिज आईज सेट। अंकल थोड़े ज्यादा ही मॉडर्न हो गए एक्चुअली। ये कौन सा मीम है? क्यों तेरी मोरनी को मोर ले गए, बाकी जो बचा था खाली। I am not gonna say that. Next meme. I love you. Is she crying?
Wow, what a piece of art! क्या फिल्म है? ये तो फ्रेंच सिनेमा है। इस फिल्म को तो ऑस्कर में जाना चाहिए। ऑस्कर क्या होता है? कहाँ है इस फिल्म के डायरेक्टर? मुझे उनके पैर छूने।
ब्रो अगर तुम्हें नहीं आती एक्टिंग तो सीख लो, और अगर नहीं सीख सकते तो छोड़ दो ना। क्यों क्यों अपना नाम खराब करते हो?
तू देखना अपना पुत्र एक दिन तेंदुलकर बनेगा।
बेस्ट में बेस्ट मम्मी
अरे एवरेस्ट। Oh, yeah, I have heard this on my reels. It's actually so good. But तब नामी साथ साथ मिलेला, रिया विवाद मिलेला, डेगे डेगे। ओ भाई, चलो गाइज गीज बाद मिलेला।
My friend Abdul is going.
चलो गीज, I guess that was it for today. ठीक है, काफ़ी मज़ेदार स्ट्रीम रही एज यूजुअल। मैं हमेशा जब भी आता हूँ तुम लोगों से बातें करता हूँ, मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगता है। एंड या I'll see you on the next one. Adios amigos. Adios macha, adios.